He's very playful. He's dynamic. But I will say this. He is very, very well liked in that locker room.
It's an amateurish organization. The way they have handled the quarterbacks from the moment they drafted Shedeur, they were all doomed to get fired because of it.
On getting 2 quarterbacks after we just signed 2 quarterbacks and we have the most expensive quarterback on our roster. What in any of that made you think that there was a plan? After a, disappointing performance, I think that's fair to say, for Shedeur Sanders. A lot of people have had a lot of things to say, and I could just sit here and talk about the negative, and it'd be easy to find. But instead, I took my time. I allowed people to get their takes off, and today we're actually going to talk about some interesting takes. Some of them positive, some might be a little bit up in the air, but at the end of the day, you're going to see the full scope of this. Now, before we talk about anybody with a mic in their hand, we need to talk about the only opinion of this man, besides Shedeur Sanders' opinion of himself. The only other opinion that matters is from this man right here, Coach Prime. What did you have to feel about your guy going in there starting, Coach Prime?
I'm frustrated because watching Shedeur got in today, and I told him he was going to get easy. But I was thankful and happy and appreciative that he got an opportunity. So I'm excited. I was in tears. He called me screaming. Man, I'm crying right now. Can you leave me? I really don't want to go.
Hey man, and I did see that. Go watch that video from Bucky. We're not gonna watch that full thing here. Y'all know me. We're not gonna do full reactions unless y'all want a reaction channel. I can cook up a reaction channel. We can get busy. Not the point. The point is right now what we're talking about is at the end of the day. Bucky was going crazy. He was like, "Oh my god!" Like I've never heard Bucky scream that loud. Like I've watched a lot of well-off media videos. I've seen the touch. Like he was going crazy. I want to talk about the feeling of Shedeur going in there, and I said this to my the live chat while it was happening, because y'all can go back and watch. I was like a deer in headlights. I'm sorry. I apologize to the live chat. We was talking, we was yapping, we had a crazy 1 o'clock window, blah blah blah, and then I saw Shedeur getting ready, and I was like, I said what? I said, and it's not because I don't got confidence in Shedeur. It's not because I don't think he could do it now. We didn't like the results, right? It's because, and shout out to, it was a random TikTok I was watching. He said the same thing I said in the live morning. I'm like, yo, this is like your cousin. This is like your little brother or your big brother or like I said, your cousin, your nephew, your you know what I'm saying? Your niece, and she about to go get busy. She about to go put in pain, do her thing, whether that's soccer, whether that's little league football, whether that's, I used to watch my cousin play soccer. Now my cousin was a dog at soccer. Shout out to you, Jaden. He was a dog, all right? So the first few games of watching Jado, it was like, oh man, but then he would go crazy, drop 3 goals. That boy was nice. It is what it is. That's my cousin. You feel me? And then there was times where, and again, where it happened where, we made it to high school, and I was on the high school football team. I was doing my thug dizzle, but we was too cool for school, so we tried to act like, we don't really care, whatever. But when he started playing for the team, for the school, I was like, hold up, let me see. Okay, he still got it, right? And that collective feeling of like, man, it's time. Like I gotta be honest with you, I was nervous. I was excited. You know what I mean? And no matter what the results are, that feeling that you feel is something. Like I've been watching Shedeur, like I said, some of y'all been watching him longer than me. Some of y'all been watching him since he was in the reality TV shows as a kid. I've been watching him since Jackson State days, right? That's when I really started honing in. Obviously, and I'm a big fan of Deion Sanders even before he started coaching, right? So it's like seeing this person that can ball out, that you have such high expectations for, finally get to that spot and finally get to that opportunity. It's like, man, forget about messing it up. Just stunt on these hoes, Shedeur. Just do it. Sadly, that did not happen, right? But we still riding with Shedeur. We rocking with Shedeur. Obviously, he's gonna have his potential. Everything is looking like he's going to have his first start of the season against the Raiders. Now, something interesting slid across my desk. It wasn't my desk. I was scrolling Twitter, and I saw this thing. Now, if you don't know Roberto Shenanigans, he's a diehard Cleveland fan. He's both pro Shedeur and anti Shedeur. He's just pro get somebody who can play quarterback for the Browns, right? And there's a little snippet that came out, right? And he's talking about Kevin was went from informing the organization that he was redshirting Shedeur this season to starting him in a week 12. These guys just cannot stick to a plan to save their lives. Now, I want this to be known because I'm not here to make that many more excuses because I've already made them for Shedeur. I am here to tell the truth, and the truth and if y'all want something consistent from me, something I've consistently been saying for about a few months now, is there is no plan at the quarterback position. And if there is one, it's terrible because the plan changes every 2 weeks. It changes. Hey, let's have Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco in here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some youth. Actually, we're going to draft a dude in the 3rd round. He's going to be the next guy. Actually, he's going to be the backup because we're also going to get Shedeur. We're going to waste a two depth picks on getting 2 quarterbacks after we just signed 2 quarterbacks and we have the most expensive quarterback on our roster. What in any of that made you think that there was a plan? I thought there was no plan. And if there's a plan, it's the worst plan ever. Y'all cannot stick to the plan. Then we find out, I don't know how, this is my first time seeing this. This is reported, and I gotta check into where this is reported. This looks like an ESPN article. But shortly after the draft, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski began informing the members of the organization that this would be a redshirt year of sorts for Sanders. He wasn't expected to play at all this year unless things got ugly. The Browns wanted him to sit and learn. We're not even to Thanksgiving yet, and darkness has fallen on Cleveland. There was Sanders thrust into duty as the backup quarterback in November when the Browns began the season, hoping he wouldn't have to play at all. This is Mary Kay Cabot. I'm sorry. I've been reading too much of her stuff. I will go on the limb and say this is from Cleveland.com. You have to be subscribed to do that stuff. That's probably why I haven't seen this. So, and y'all know when Mary Kay Cabot and when Cleveland.com, when they leaked stuff, it's from the organization. I'm telling y'all, as much as we don't like Mary Kay, as much as she gets annoying, as much XYZ, she has the inside information. She's getting told directly from the organization when she tells these stuff. So I'm happy that Kevin Stefanski told somebody, right? And what this shows is that, kind of like we've been kind of alluding to, somebody like Shedeur on the team, right? And I think a lot of Browns fans are expecting Shedeur to get kicked to the curb, even if he has a bad game. But guys, you have to remember, he was not supposed to play at all, apparently from the head coach's mouth, told to the organization. Not even supposed to play. Just supposed to sit and learn. That's interesting. That's interesting. That might be why he got, obviously, we're not gonna argue over the reps thing. What I will argue over is don't put your eggs in one basket, right? If a quarterback is one play away, you should probably give him 1 or 2 reps with the ones just to be safe. You have a 5'8" quarterback. This is no disrespect, Big DG. You got a 5'8" quarterback, and y'all thought he wasn't gonna at least go out. If his helmet goes off, and I talked about this weeks ago, dog. If his helmet comes off, the rules in the NFL is that he has to come off the field. What if he has a real technical problem and a screw pops out? Oh, dang, let me, I forgot what they call the equipment staff have to come in. Hey, let me just rescrew this. Let me get your other helmet. That'll take about, cool, maybe a little 5 minutes, 3 minutes. That's a few plays. You set your team up. I'm not talking about setting Shedeur up for failure, because whenever we talk about set Shedeur up for failure, not only do I think the haters just get, they just get happy because, oh my God, it's an excuse. But also, I think it's disingenuous to what you did, Kevin Stefanski. You set your team up for failure. I am no longer saying Shedeur was set up for failure. Kevin Stefanski's terrible offense, Kevin Stefanski's poor quarterback plan, Kevin Stefanski's poor doing the plan. Wait, what do you call it? Executing. Poor execution of the plan, right? And then on top of that, Kevin Stefanski not equipping your quarterbacks the way that needs to be. If you're going to make him the backup, he's got to know what's going on. Hey, he's QB3. All right, cool. No reps for you, Shedeur. I'm not mad at you. I ain't saying nothing about nothing. Okay. He's QB3. He ain't even going in. He's an emergency quarterback. He won't go in unless 2 people get injured. All cool. Water under the bridge. Shout out Adele, right? So here's my thing. Again, we not talking about Shedeur set up for failure. Kevin Stefanski has a clear miscommunication with the head office, a clear miscommunication of whoever wants Shedeur at the team. All right? Now that we've talked about that, we're going to listen to a few clips that kind of corroborate the same thing that I'm talking about, and it's the fact that, there's a lot of bad going on here. And if we just focus all of our attention on Shedeur was set up for failure, I don't think we get the full scale of how terrible of a coach Kevin Stefanski is. Kevin, if that was the plan, why didn't you come out and say, hey, Shedeur is a very talented player. We don't see him playing this week or playing this year. We want to hold him, nurture him, and take him to that next level. Instead of being like, I don't want to speculate. Well, now you there with the stank face. Now everybody's calling you an idiot, Kevin Stefanski, and you did it to yourself. Let's hear it.
It's funny because everybody made this point about Shedeur holding on to the ball too much, turning his back to the defense, right? Maybe being a little risky with the ball. Those are all things that we've now confirmed them in one half of football with Shedeur Sanders. But yet I can't confirm a undersized quarterback that won't throw the ball past the first down sticks and that is scared of his own shadow. I can't confirm that. What? Because he's a third-round pick?
Okay, we're good that you didn't do this segment in the first segment. It would have gassed me up a little bit too much. It would have given me the idea that I could just go out and be like, all right, I apologize for nothing. He was awesome. Screw all you guys, which isn't reality.
Yep.
And in this conversation, I have to keep reminding myself because you're almost twisting it to the point where I'm like, maybe he didn't look as bad as I thought. No. He didn't look good.
He looked awful.
He didn't look good yesterday.
He did.
We need to keep reminding people.
Yep.
We're not just completely ignoring that fact and that reality. He did not look good. It was not a good performance, but there was enough there. And there was enough there in him moving the football down the field and actually throwing the ball deep that as you're watching these games, I just don't know how you can't think to yourself, I want to see more of that. And I think that's got to be the overarching theme.
So, these are Browns fans. These are Browns reporters. And I want y'all to know, because people keep trying to compare it to Dylan Gabriel. Y'all aren't good at comparisons. y'all are making those. It's called a fallacy. You're not using good basis to compare the Dylan Gabriel. Well, if it's the same old offensive line as Dylan Gabriel, nice try. Both the offensive tackles were hurt. But again, y'all just hate Shedeur. Y'all don't watch football, right? Oh, Dylan Gabriel, same thing when he was backing up Joe Flacco. He didn't get reps. Nice try. No, Dylan Gabriel has been getting first-team reps since the preseason. Oh, well, everybody was so harsh on Dylan Gabriel. Yes. One, and this going to blow some of y'all people who don't watch football. It's going to blow y'all mind. He ran the same offense in Oregon, guys. I made a video about it. Go watch it or go watch more football, please. Wide zone offense. It's the same, at its core, same offense that Kevin Stefanski wants to run. Wide zone offense. Heavy tight end sets. Lots of motion. Lots of play action. And which is funny because Dylan Gabriel, and this is not being me, like Dylan Gabriel is bad at play action. I never guessed that. He's been looking more mobile, and like I said, I'm not negative Dylan Gabriel. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. The play action surprisingly has been bad. The footwork has been very bad from Dylan Gabriel. That's like the most surprising thing. We knew he can't throw the ball far, but the footwork has been kind of puzzling to me. Anyway, so it's not apples to apples, dog. Seattle in the house. Hey, appreciate it with the $10, C. Anderson. Just left G Bush. Shout out to G Bush. You know he does it the biggest. You know he does it the best. I was in the middle of a rant, and in my rant, I was like, how? So I implore you people, when we make these conversations, just watch football. Just watch it. Just watch the preseason. Have all the context before you say, well, Dylan Gabriel did this. Appreciate y'all Dylan's footwork. I appreciate the live chat for reminding me. Well, Dylan Gabriel was able to look awful. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, and when y'all say that, people are like, oh, well, if Dylan Gabriel, I'm not blaming you, Sam. I'm not blaming you. If Dylan Gabriel went out and put those stats, no, Dylan Gabriel has had worse stats. Did y'all forget? Wait. Please don't tell me y'all forget him throwing an interception and then throwing himself into a safety. Did that not happen like a few weeks ago? Wait, hold up. We don't have to do this thing where we try to elevate Dylan Gabriel because you hate Shedeur. I promise you we don't have to do that. Because I don't do that on my channel. When it's bad, it's bad. When Shedeur is bad, hey, you play bad. But I'm a Dylan Gabriel guy. Dylan Gabriel gives back to his local communities. He donates his NIL to make sure his high schools in his area get new fresh stuff. He's a nice guy. He's got a historic college career. Most starts, most touchdowns. Hey, man. And now my audience might not be a fan of DG, but me, I'm not mad at DG. But I'm gonna be truthful about DG. You got, and shout out to the TikTok chat. They're talking about it. Hey, DG, you should have known this offense. This was self-admitted from Kevin Stefanski because they run the same offensive scheme. You had reps since the preseason. You're the only. Dylan Gabriel had the most one reps out of any quarterback on the roster. Because Joe Flacco, again, some of y'all don't watch football. That's okay. Let me educate you. In the preseason, Joe Flacco wasn't taking reps because he's old as dirt. he's old. So he wasn't taking any reps. It was Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel splitting one reps, guys. And remember, Kevin Stefanski said since he was drafted, he has not thrown with the first team. I'm not using that as an excuse for Shedeur. I'm asking you, what's Dylan Gabriel's excuse for looking as awfully mid as he is? I got the answer. Don't worry. Don't think about it. It's Kevin Stefanski. It's the supporting cast. It's this terrible offensive line that I told y'all was terrible. And I had Browns fans in my comments talking about, well, I mean, Joe Bitonio is one of the better guards. He's old. Oh, Wyatt Teller's they can't stay healthy. Well, I think Wyatt Teller's fine. Both of the tackles were injured in this game. And they've been in and out. Cornelius has been in and out the rotate. Like, I beg y'all. And I know nobody wants to watch Browns football. I know. It's not fun. But before y'all go making these takes, I implore y'all to just have the facts together. Please. Doggy Bone, same. Leaving G Bush live. You know I'm here. I appreciate that. I appreciate the $5. I appreciate y'all donating. Let's get through a few of these videos. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to stop yapping. And then we'll yap a little bit and we'll end this video off. All right?
He's very playful. He's dynamic. He's got a lot of personality. He grew up in the spotlight. He grew up with the cameras and the lights on him. And so he operates in a different way. He is, in some respects, an entertainer as well as a football player. But he does have that side to him where he knows how to turn it on for the cameras and those kinds of things. And maybe that is misunderstood by some people. But I will say this. He is very, very well liked in that locker room. He brings a lot of lightness and fun and humor to the situation. His teammates really, really like him a lot. And I think they're going to go out there and they're going to play very, very hard for him, and they're going to support him.
Oh, man. Not Mary Kay saying that the locker room look. Hey, Tony Lima. Tony Lima. Where you at, big dog? Tony, I thought you were waiting for the leak from the organization. Y'all know me. I'm about Mary Kay. I gotta read between the lines what she says, right? Because she is a mouthpiece of the organization, of the Browns room. It's so interesting that Mary Kay comes out and says, he's pretty loved in the locker room. You didn't have to tell me that, because if you were paying attention, Jerry Jeudy's already said that. Myles Garrett's already said that. Cedric Tillman's already said that. Tommy Reese has already said he's a hard worker. He shows up. He does what he needs to do. So, that's my biggest issue with people who still hate Shedeur. It's okay if you didn't you didn't watch Colorado football. You don't know who he is. You don't mess with Shedeur. But if you're a Browns fan and you're gonna tell me a Texans fan and a sad Texas fan, shout out to them Rockets, them young Rockets, we coming. You better watch out for Alfred Sengun. Anyway. If you're telling me I can decipher these things by just watching the post game, just watching some of the interviews, Y'all are either disingenuous or y'all just lying because y'all trying to get hate off. I said I wasn't going to yet, but let's end it right here. I'm not going to play the Michael Irvin thing because Michael Irvin is biased. He's more biased than me. You think I'm biased. He's a prime guy. He's always been supporting him. He had nice things to say about Shedeur. Just know that. This was surprising.
It's an amateurish organization. The way they have handled the quarterbacks from the moment they drafted Shedeur, they were all doomed to get fired because of it. And that's what's going to happen. It's an embarrassment. I've never seen it mishandled worse.
Guys, the only person who hates Shedeur more than Tony Grossi is Rex Ryan. That's the only person on earth who hates Shedeur more. You're telling me Tony Grossi is saying the same shit that this Shedeur Glazer is saying? Oh, man. Oh, man. Am I making excuses now? Am I being delusional now? I've been saying this shit for 2 months. The plan is there is no plan. I know y'all don't believe me, but I do have a job outside of this. Outside of yelling in microphones, I do have a job, right? It don't take much if you've had a job and you've planned things out and you've planned strategies out to know what you don't got a fucking plan. I know because good plans don't flip and flop and I didn't know we were trading Joe Flacco. What? That's not how plans operate. That's not how plans go. And the beautiful thing about plans, and this is how I knew there's no plan, because plans have contingencies built into it. Hey, if plan A don't work, oh shit, we gotta go BCG. Oh shit, we gotta go here. Oh, hey, by the way, these are things when we get into meetings and we have plans and we plan things out, we sit and we say, hey, what's the worst that could happen? This could happen? Okay, well, when this happens, we're going to do this. Okay, cool. When this happens, we're going to do this. There was no planning in this plan. That's been my thing the whole time. What planning was in the plan, guys? Y'all can't stick to shit. But hey, don't listen to me. Listen to Tony Grossi. Listen to the biggest Shedeur hater in the Browns media. Y'all got him calling out the Browns. Yeah, I guess I'm just a crazy biased Shedeur fan. Y'all let me know how y'all feel below in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't. If you're here live, we just getting started. We just getting started. So stay locked in. Have a blessed day. Be great. Subscribe if you enjoy football content of all shapes, sizes, and forms, and fashion. It's getting spooky.